Let me speak to the man who's insecure about his wife. Let me speak to your emotions inside so that you can tap into her misery and strife. Let me speak to the portion of men who are married to their queens. Pray for the women who are still hoping that they are found by their kings. We are all caught up in this generational curse and sometimes this cycle that seems that it's ever evolving but not really ever coming to an end. Let me speak to the married people who have more single friends. Let me speak to the married man. Let me speak to the married woman who has their share of problems, but they know how to make it through. Let me speak to the married couples who you need to start motivating your single friends too. Don't just hang with the married couples. Don't just hang with the engaged couples who are together at all times. Encourage the single at heart. Help them know that they are light to shine. Let me encourage the single people who struggle day in and day out. Even when you're in a relationship, sometimes you feel like you're in a love drought. Let me speak to the single people who are not at all looking forward to the fact that they might be single for a little while longer than what they planned. But let me speak to everybody and let you know that it's okay to be an independent woman. It's okay to be a single man. We have to allow God to bring about that right person. We have to allow whatever entity it is that we believe in and that we trust, because ultimately the things that we've been doing for our own self is no longer a must. Sometimes it's not going to work. Sometimes it's not meant to be. Sometimes the things that you are doing for yourself are actually the things that are the worst for you, him, her, and me. Most of the times, the things that we're doing are the things that we are finding repetitive and habitual, but those are typically the things that are no good. Those are typically the things that you need to allow to die. Die to your flesh so that you can get a piece of the relationship pie. I don't mean relationship like screwing because it's just real good. I don't mean that thing that there's a misunderstanding, but you still supposed to have something that's not misunderstood. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in your God. Have faith in the fact that you've been waiting this long. Have faith, have worth, have pride. I got motivated about 20 minutes ago. I was in the shower and I was just praying and I began to rhyme in verse. So God said, give the people a peace no longer needed to rehearse. So sometimes I hope that I'm motivating more than just my captive audience, more than just the regular people who click like and tap love. I pray that I'm giving some single person or even some unhappily married person something to still have hope in up above. I have all these married friends, and I can't say that everybody that I know who's married is happily at that. I know a lot of single people who wish that they can get their ex-marriages back on track. But to the person, wherever you are in walk, in life, in heart, in mind, in body, in soul, give it to God. Let Him have control. Am I speaking from experience? Absolutely. Absolutely, I've tread a couple of these paths that I speak. I don't always talk calmly. I don't always come across mild and meek. Sometimes I'm a tigress. Sometimes I'm aggressive. Sometimes I can be annoying as hell. But I thank God He understands me, even when another might not. Because I'm human, so I too go through my personal hell. So whenever I get motivated or get encouraged by whatever it is that I might hear, whatever it is I might read, whatever song that might come on the radio and make me smile, I think about all my married friends as well as my single friends too. And I would hope that my pieces and my speaking can reach across thousands and thousands of miles. I can appreciate being in certain circumstances and being in certain walks in life and not having said or done it all. But I thank God that He gives me the ability to speak to it all. Now, usually I might write something, or I might spit a little something and write it down and post it up on social media for it all to be seen. But sometimes you have to lean on to God for the things that don't even feel real, the things that cause you to become downright mean. But tonight I'm praying for the single man. I'm praying for the single woman. I'm praying for the unhappily married couples too. Start praying for the person that you love, even if you can't see your way through. If you're with somebody, trust them. Pray with them. Sit with them and try to figure out who you're dealing with. Maybe not all the way to a T. But the only way that you're ever going to love with any type of success is if you start by looking in the mirror and saying, I love me. So be encouraged in your walk. Be encouraged in your truth. Be encouraged that you can too be a Boaz. Be encouraged that you can be a Ruth. But be the own version of you. Be the best version of who you can be. But whatever version you become with someone else, it has to start with me.